Today, we will talk about MOUA Art Museum, the first underwater art museum in the Southern Hemisphere. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. It's one of nature's most epic natural masterpieces, a complex, fragile, and spectacular living sculpture, with something new to see and appreciate each time you visit. The Great Barrier Reef became even more inspiring with the 2020 opening of the Museum of Underwater Art, MOUA, transforming part of the world's largest coral reef system into an art piece in the purest sense of the word. Located in Townsville in the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park, MOUA is a series of installations by world-famous underwater sculptor Jason deCaires Taylor that highlight reef conservation, restoration, and education, and a deep connection to the community. Though it looks like the stuff of your most surreal dreams, MOUA is not only a uniquely beautiful spectacle, but an innovative blend of art, marine science, and culture. The significance of the Museum of Underwater Art. The awe-inspiring MOUA lays claim to being the first underwater art museum in the Southern Hemisphere, and its creator Jason deCaires Taylor was one of the first contemporary artists to use the underwater realm as an exhibition space. After exploring themes of conservation with his underwater art at MUSA in Mexico and Museo Atlántico in Spain, it's only fitting he then set his sights on arguably the world's most famous underwater environment, the Great Barrier Reef. Not just a world-first stunning art installation and must-do tourist attraction, MOUA is a new habitat for marine creatures and even a marine laboratory. Water salinity, pH, and oxygen levels are monitored, and an underwater camera captures the development of the corals. Scientists, marine students, and tourists all have the opportunity to learn more about the reef and its wonders. As well as the conservation element, the museum is about preserving history through installations inspired by the local community, their stories of the reef, and the culture of its First Nations people. Where to see the Museum of Underwater Art? Rising dramatically out of the sea, the Ocean Siren is modeled after 12-year-old Dakota Johnson. A member of the local Wulguru Kava people, one of two traditional owners of the local land. Installed alongside Townsville's iconic jetty at the Strand, she's accessible to be viewed by everyone who walks along the foreshore here. The best time to visit is from dusk onwards, when Ocean Siren really comes into her own. This is because the sculpture's 202 internal LED lights change color according to the ocean's temperature, using data collected from the Australian Institute of Marine Science weather station on Davies Reef, Great Barrier Reef. Not just a kaleidoscopic light display, the ever-changing solar-powered sculpture is a reminder of our planet's rising sea temperatures. The sculpture was designed as an artistic and starkly visual connection for the urban environment, to actually understand what's happening to the marine environment in real time, with a vision to inspire reef and ocean conservation action. Coral Greenhouse, John Brewer Reef. The Coral Greenhouse sculpture at John Brewer Reef off the coast of Townsville offers a never-to-be-forgotten underwater experience. It features a 9-meter stainless steel greenhouse structure designed to dissipate the ocean's undercurrents. Inside are 20 Reef Guardian sculptures of marine science students, which are transforming over time with newly growing coral, attracting new marine life to the Great Barrier Reef. It's the largest MOUA installation thus far, and the first ever underwater building created by the artist. The site was chosen specifically for its clear visibility, natural coral walls, and sandy flat base. And while it can be viewed with a snorkel, it's best experienced as a dive for a thorough exploration of all its beautiful details. Just be prepared for your jaw to figuratively hit the sea floor. The Coral Greenhouse is part of the Museum of Underwater Art, MOUA, project on the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park. It was the first submerged building designed by world-famous artist Jason deCaires Taylor. The underwater art is envisioned to inspire reef and ocean conservation action and achieve positive outcomes through tourism and education. The site may also serve as demonstration site for conservation, coral restoration, and other scientific research. The concrete and steel structures also provide ideal substrate for coral recruits and attract other marine life. The Coral Greenhouse is 16 meters deep and rises up to a depth of 12 meters. The 72 square meters skeletal greenhouse structure has 3 main entrance points benches and other small sculptures, including pots, cups, and a microscope inside the greenhouse. The figures depict people undertaking science, conservation, and coral gardening. On top of the greenhouse, we can also see floating structures that move along with the currents. What's next for the Museum of Underwater Art? Like any good art gallery, the Museum of Underwater Art is constantly evolving and will soon welcome additional sculptures throughout the Great Barrier Reef. Visitors to Townsville can currently catch a glimpse of the newest piece, Ocean Sentinels, before it descends below the surface to its underwater home on the reef. The 2 figures, modeled off world-leading marine scientists, blend human form with natural marine forms and are on display in Townsville Airport until February 2023. How to get to the Museum of Underwater Art? While Ocean Siren is viewable from the Strand without so much as getting your feet wet, experiencing the Coral Greenhouse requires a boat, some dive or snorkel gear, and a sense of adventure. A selection of commercial tour operators have licenses to operate tours to the installation at John Brewer Reef in conjunction with MOUA. How to help make a difference? A whole new way to connect with the coastal and marine wonders of Queensland. The Museum of Underwater Art will inspire, educate, and amaze, and make all who experience it fall in love with the Great Barrier Reef even more than before. Want to further your positive impact? Visitors to the Coral Greenhouse on John Brewer Reef can contribute to science as they explore, helping to identify and record marine species and coral growth using Eye on the Reef and Innaturalist tools. Or make a donation to adopt a coral, which helps to fund the planting of new coral on the site and contribute to the ever-growing, thriving reef. A statue that changes color with the seawater. Townsville's Strand Jetty has always been a popular spot for visitors to Queensland, Australia. Part of a 1.5-mile waterfront, there are cafes, ice cream parlors, and the Strand Water Park along its length. But now it offers another reason to walk to its conclusion. Ocean Siren, a statue modeled after 12-year-old Dakota Johnson, towers above the ocean's surface. The young girl is a member of the local Wolgarukava people one of two traditional owners of the local land. She looks over the land of her forefathers, said sculptor Jason deCaires Taylor, who arrived in North Queensland to become a scuba diving instructor after graduating from the London Institute of Arts in 1998. He created the 16-foot-tall sculpture in collaboration with Townsville's James Cook University and the Australian Institute of Marine Science. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.